Let's get to the markets now. Joining us now is Paul Meeks, portfolio manager at Independent Solutions Wealth Management. I have no idea how old you are. I would never ask you that. I think it's boorish and just not nice, Paul. But one thing that I will ask you is whether you think the reopening trade is definitely going to take over this year and sort of supplant all the winners from last year, because I don't think you necessarily think that.
That's right. So first of all, the answer is 38. Now,
again,
for the right,
dog years maybe.
So for the second bit, you know, the average tech stock in 2019 and 2020 was up over 40%. So I don't expect those absolute returns to continue. But if we were to get together a year from now and we're looking back at 2021, I'm fairly confident that among the 11 economic sectors that comprise the S&P 500, that tech will do very well again. May not be number one, but I think it's going to beat the overall market and by default beat most other sectors. And when I talk about tech, it's not just the semiconductors, the software, the hardware companies that we're familiar with, but also within consumer discretionary, you have the e-commerce cadre, right? Folks like Shopify and obviously driven by Amazon. And then within the communication services companies, you have companies like Facebook and Google. And the reason that I worry a little bit more, relatively speaking, about those companies is because Google and Facebook, as we know, are under regulatory assault. But overall, I think it's going to be another good year for tech. Not the same kind of absolute returns, but on a relative basis, we beat the market again.
You could be famous, more famous. We got to remove some of the letters in the common acronyms. Can you put together a new one with a vowel somewhere so that we can pronounce it? What would it be?
I don't follow you. Say that again.
Really wasn't that tough. FANG stocks. You don't like Facebook, so you don't like some of the letters in the FANG stock acronym.
Yeah.
Can you give us a new one, and what would it be?
Yeah, so within the FANGs, I do like Amazon, I do like Apple, not so much the others. Now, the other
that sounds like
stocks
AA,
that I like, right. And the other stocks that I like, I'm a big fan of semiconductors driving the technology sector going forward because they are a cyclical beneficiary. And my favorite, Joe, is Micron, MU. They're an oligopolist in DRAM memory chips. And right now, supply is constrained, but demand will explode, particularly with the ramp of 5G wireless. And so Micron should do very well. Last year, the company earned about $3 per share. And at the peak of the next DRAM cycle, I think they earned $12 per share. So that's a quadruple.
All right.
And then
thanks.
Also another.
Real quick, 5 seconds.
So the last one that I like is probably Alibaba, which, just like Facebook and Google in the States, is under regulatory assault by the Chinese government.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.